There you go.
A rainy day doesn't dampen the spirits of 4-Hers, especially if there's a fire to put out.
You always want to aim for the base because that's where the fire starts.
That's got it. Hey, we got a fire up here.
Proper use of a fire extinguisher is one of several trainings at 4-H Youth Farm Safety Day. Participants were also receiving instruction about tractor safety, first aid, and how to handle animals. Each workshop makes the most of 4-H's signature teaching tool, learning by doing.
So who knows how to tie slip knots?
Martha Seifert is the 4-H educator in Middlebury.
You can explain how something works, but until they actually handle it themselves and do it themselves, like I saw some of them trying to squeeze without pulling the pin on the fire extinguishers. That's a perfect example of if we give them the hands-on training, they will know, okay, I've got to pull the pin first and then squeeze. So it's the actual experience is what triggers in their mind when an event happens where they have to use it.
That's got it.
The message Seifert wants young people to take home is to slow down.
Most of the time accidents happen because you're in a hurry. So stop, think about it, and you'll still get it done. We're a life skills organization, so we're teaching the kids some life skills that they can use from here on out.
Carissa Livingston is a member of the New Haven 4-H Dairy Club. She's taking what she's learning here to heart.
It means you need to watch where everybody else is. And most of the time when things don't feel safe, which happens a lot, kind of, I just kind of stop.
Chris's sister, Braylee, is also aware of the best way to stay safe.
Stay calm, call 911, and help the people that are helping you.
It's not a good thing to be in the way of. It's
Taking part in the tractor safety workshop is Bo Jeffrey. He's sharing with the younger 4-Hers what he learned at the UVM Extension 4-H Youth Tractor Safety Certification course.
Well, since I work at a farm and drive tractors, it helps me be safe and helps keep people around me safe, I guess, too. Be aware of your surroundings, I guess.
911, fire. Okay.
4-Hers were fired up to learn about fire safety.
Okay, grab your extinguisher.
Jeff Nelson is a fire investigator in Addison County and works for cooperative insurance companies in Vermont.
Cooperative has supported UVM Extension because we feel we have similar goals to support and promote agriculture within the state of Vermont. Well, unfortunately, fire is the leading cause of death and serious injury in the U.S., even with the advent of better quality smoke detectors and better building codes, better fire safety. Unfortunately, farms are more of a risk because they have a lot more operations. They have significantly higher fuel load. They can have larger structures that are more at risk of a large fire. You can yell louder than that.
Nelson taught the pass method to use a fire extinguisher. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side. Nelson hopes the 4-Hers won't need this information, but if they ever do, they need to be ready.
Any young person can dial 911, and a young person can alert their family that there's a potential issue. I grew up on a farm. It was drilled into me from an early age that you're part of this farm. You are an active member. We hope that it makes a huge difference from the standpoint of teaching children that they can have an active role in the farm and farm safety. As a former 4-H'er myself, you can never start too young.
ATV, UTVs,
The farm hosting this event is Railview Dairy in New Haven. In 2014, a fire broke out here in the early morning. Dawn Livingston remembers that day.
We had a barn fire that, fortunately it could have been much worse. We were, very, very lucky in the fact that nobody was hurt. There was some equipment lost. There was a building lost. Our children did experience that, right from the start. I think it was a good experience for them because they could see, that accidents happen, things happen. You have to be prepared for emergencies and you have to know how to act on them.
We didn't notice at first.
Carissa Livingston, Dawn's daughter, has vivid memories of that day.
It was really scary and really sad. Nobody really saw it until it was almost fully engulfed. So it was kind of like a whole loss.
Some of the demonstrations at 4-H Safety Day took place in the new barn. For Dawn, the new barn is a reminder of what can happen.
We're living proof that it can happen to anybody at any time. Teaching the kids what could happen before it does and teaching them how to handle a situation is so important, because if they find themselves in an emergency or in a situation, they can think back to, okay, what have I learned from 4-H, and what did I learn from Farm Safety Day, and what do I need to do to handle this situation. Fires can happen to anybody at any time. And just having a clinic like today to teach kids how to handle that is really important, because, like I said, you just never know. Nobody is immune to it.
4-H Safety Day is one day these 4-Hers won't forget. It's the kind of information to certainly keep in mind, just in case. In New Haven, I'm Keith Silva with Across the Fence.